Onwards, Lamb.
Outwards.
I saw you speaking with the general. We must be in dire straits to rely on passers-by. But Lord Devonsey has seen fit to trust you. You already know of the savages in the bog. Beastly lot they are. Some of our best soldiers were captured in their raids. Others have gone missing. We sent scouting parties into the bog. I armed them as best I could, but baggage train attendants are hardly soldiers. They haven't returned for hours.
What? Ah, bye.
This was a massacre. How did you survive the battle?
We panicked. Well, the young soldiers did anyway.
Yep.
After
God
Jane
damn it.
collapsed the road behind
Recognize
us,
this voice.
we were so close to
This is
victory.
Liam O'Brien again.
I kept the baggage train here instead of risking an escape. The enclosure gave us just enough cover to survive the assault.
A swamp is hardly a place for heavy wagons. Was your cargo worth the trouble?
Basic supplies needed for the troops, but also cannons, powder kegs, and the like. Perhaps we could find a way out of this muck-ridden cesspool on foot, but those cannons are needed in Glitterdelve.
Why are the cannons needed in the Glitterdelve mines? Or are you talking about the area outside the mine?
It's called blast mining. God.
If your people
That's
are
how blast
raw
mining
recruits,
works,
they
right?
won't survive long in the swamp. Let me look for your missing soldiers.
You surprise me. I can offer you little more than some extra supplies, and my thanks. Look for them to the east, out in the bog. We sent out 2 scouting parties. Hopefully the swamp hasn't claimed them. Devonsey won't permit any more of us to leave camp, so you're the only chance they'll get.
Interesting trying to listen to him do an accent. Fine.
Who's Lamb?
Mom. Okay, I don't actually know which way we're supposed to go.
This way. So say it the magical R button.
Yeah, say what you will about, like, guidance systems in games, it is very
Ugh.
helpful.
Does everything in this swamp come with a coating of slime?
Yes. Oh, spiders! I hope we'll be done with them.
There's spiders. You're never done with spiders.
I was not expecting that as the attack.
These
The
roots,
spiders
they
just
almost look
continually
like a
get
gate,
bigger.
Yes? Surely that cannot be natural.
So that ability seemed to do pretty well against the leeches.
What?
Your machine gun ability.
Well, I mean, I'm also just trying to trick out the system where I am using it a bunch without actually spending a ton of mana on it.
There are too many.
I also
Fall
just got a
back.
gun
Fall
upgrade.
back.
So.
Apparently I had a fucking June bug on me for being outside for a hot second.
Damn natives. You made short work of them. I'm glad we're on the same side. We got split up from the rest of our party in the confusion. We're heading back to camp, but if you find the others, please help them.
Oh, convenient.
Save point.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of pathways we didn't go through over here.
I think they might have just opened up because the new quest markers showed.
Those might be the soldiers we just saved or something.
I won't lie, I didn't honestly hear what the hell you said because I'm dealing with killing the June bug.
Right. They were saying they were going back to camp. And that the rest of their guys were further ahead.
That explains why there's a quest marker for them further ahead of the save point then.
Right. Yeah, because after... Oh, God. Hello. Where did you guys come from? Where did they go? Did my character just hallucinate an attack?
No, I saw them.
Okay.
Hold on. There's a quest marker on the other side of these branches. Apparently we haven't unlocked their full potential yet.
Apparently not.
No point going backwards because that other pathway is also blocked off by branches.
I mean, is it?
Yeah. The character just made a comment about it.
Did they?
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There it is. Those aren't branches. Those are roots.
Something about them looking like a gateway or something.
Oh, I thought they were talking about, like, general architecture.
Oh, no, specifically that pathway. These shrunken heads are not those of slain enemies, but the first people themselves. By binding the spirits of the dead inside their own heads, the first people prevent their kin from returning to the River of Souls and merging with hated foreign peoples.
There, look. The savages haven't seen us yet.
Wait, when did...
But this is the edge
Why
of
are...
their village.
Oh, fuck it, whatever.
Phineas and the other prisoners are probably being held on the far side, or maybe in the trees above.
You didn't bring us up.
Do you have a strategy in mind?
Everything depends upon finding their leader, the chief shaman. If we take him alive, we can negotiate from a position of strength. Damn, they've seen us. We're out of time.
That was 500 damage.
That was burn, pillage.
So we are the British colonialists.
We're helping.
Oh. I feel like I just took a bunch of damage without seeing it, but okay.
Stop leashing, you fucks.
you.
Joggle, joggle, joggle.
Cougar?
Oh.
Oh, gee, thanks, game. I'm so glad I was getting attacked during that cutscene.
Yeah, it's probably also going to happen from not having our cameras tethered because, you know, again, assuming we're in the same fucking location. Dude, I wasn't expecting a mini cutscene showing us the handle to the thing. It seemed pretty obvious when there was no pathway.
Oh my god, it was a handle.
Time to run around in circles again.
We are Mech. We bow before no outsider.
Well, I don't like where I'm standing.
Welcome here. You bring fire and poison to our home.
Fire, yes. Poison, I'm not sure about.
Trees, and you move the crawlers to madness. Now you kill my seed in my village. I come to tell you that you will stop, or MacLeod will send you to the River of Souls.
They did attack first.
Yeah,
I
but we were
didn't come
literally
here to
gathering
fight.
an army on their
We just want our
outskirts.
people
Yeah.
back.
If you do not come to fight, why dress for war? Your blades were already wet with Mech blood. For years you come and battle here. You kill warriors in metal and Mech warriors. It matters not. Always it is the same. No peace in my village or outside in the damp.
But Lamb.
The damp? What is that?
All that is out there, beyond our home. The old roots, the deep waters, the cold mist. All is the damp.
I know nothing of your people. Who are you?
I am MacLeod, he who whispers with Nagog.
Yeah, bad news about Nagog, buddy.
In this village.
We kind of destroyed his
We are
heart.
the Mech, the first people. This is our place. You do not belong here.
You say the swamp is sacred, but we know nothing about it. Why do your people care?
Long ago, the Old One, Magog, fell from the sky. Our fathers made a sacred bond with it as it lay dying. So we all became Ur-Shamesh.
Gods falling from the sky. Just like the old story of the creator gods.
The Old One died and became the damp. When you walk, your feet touch Magog. When you breathe, you inhale Magog. All is Magog. All is sacred.
There's only one thing we want, and that's the men you took from us.
And why should I return your warriors? You have killed many of my seed. You have burned the ground and poisoned our waters with your dead.
It was Jane Cassinda who burned your swamp and killed your people, not us. I ordered my army to leave you alone.
You fought in the damp and killed Ur-Shamesh for years. You now speak names unknown to Maru Yictum to hide the truth. You are all enemies. When our blades pierce your heart, Maru Yictum will feed your flesh to the crawlers.
Maru Yictum likes talking about Maru Yictum.
Establish that he's, you know, a savage who doesn't know how to properly do anything.
I suppose.
Roll!
Hey,
level up, well done.
I'll hold the savages here. Go on ahead. Find the captain.
Ew.
I actually wasn't sure that he went off holy because of this asshole. I actually almost died there. That was my health there for a moment.
I mean, better than I did. I actually died. Similar in appearance to its benign red cousin, this fungus emits a spore cloud that is lethal to the swamp's native inhabitants. Ironically, travelers from other regions may breathe in the particles with little worry, though prolonged exposure to the spores will eventually turn deadly. AKA, this is our explosion of, or our version of explosive barrels, I guess. Roll.
I am in your debt.
You actually hear my character, by the way, say I'm in your debt when,
Nope.
No? They've said something every time you've, revived me. I understand these two things are here to prevent us from wanting to go down that way.
But just like
Why?
go around it. Or
But-
break it down.
Or under it, or, you know, just... Or just let us go that way and hit an invisible wall.
Now, Firebringer, prepare yourself for
I'd like to point out the game just did a manual save on its own.
Yep.
These beasts follow my word, and my word only.
Let us out of here. Please, I don't want to die in some savage's cookpot.
Ow. Okay, that really hurt.
We are Ursanex. We bow before no outsider. Come, my warriors. Show them the pride of the Ursanex.
Oh, nice.
Pretty sure I got hit before that got finished, but I'll take it.
It's having the most wonderful dream. Roll.
Death will claim you, Firebringer, and I will not stop it. We are Ursanex. We bow before no one.
Well,
Stop. Put down your blade, Firebringer. No warrior has defeated Maruyatum since he first whispered with Nagog. I will not fight you. Your spirit is stronger. Today, all Ursanex know the Firebringer's power and give respect. Take your warriors back and walk in peace.
You fought well, but I'm glad this ends here.
Then there is an end to the blood you seek. Good. None here will challenge you. It has always been this way. If the strongest of us cannot kill you, then no Ursanex will.
I mean, you guys might have a chance if you all came at us
It
at
is known to the
once.
roots and vines that I command, and they will bow before you to let you pass. Walk free amongst my seed, and in peace.
I am used to being gazed upon in many ways.
Also, howdy, Luke.
Disgust, suspicion, desire. But now we are looked on with fear.
We give you this offering, Firebringer. Take it.
thanks.
There is an outsider female here. She is not like you. There is an outsider female here. She is not.
Can't tell if he's referring to you or the prisoners.
Our warriors will not fight one that is greater.
Yatum is wise and powerful.
Walk in peace.
We will always follow his word.
Damp is not safe for your people. Firebringer.
Really, he needs to go into a cutscene for that.
I'm glad to be free, but I'm sorry that so many natives had to die. I wish there could have been a less violent solution. The Urshamash are a fascinating people. It's like they've taken all of our values and turned them on their heads, and then shrunk them. Yes, those babbling heads are more than a little revolting, but the natives have their reasons for that too. I apologize. It's been a trying day and I ramble.
What are those talking heads that I've seen around the village?
They're Urshamash ancestors. It's really quite unusual. For these people, death is the ultimate tragedy. Not in the way that you or I might think, though. For them, a spirit that returns to the River of Souls is forever lost to his clan. A most terrible fate. So when a kinsman dies, they capture his soul, and then place it in his shrunken head. I haven't the foggiest idea how they do it. And those chattering heads, they're a dour bunch.
Also, can the soldier in the background put away his fucking sword at this
Calm
point?
the fuck down a little.
A guy, put down the sword.
You seem a bit taken with the first people. A little odd, since they might have killed you.
The Queen has my loyalty first, but I was a scholar before I was a soldier. These villagers are endlessly interesting. They may be savage, but they're not evil. They just want to be left alone. Not so different from most people, really.
Good night, Red.
Phineas, you want to educate the soldier behind you that these guys aren't savages? Because he still has his fucking sword out.
Is it true? Can you get us out of the swamp?
Indeed. I never thought studying old dwarven lore would turn me into such a valuable instrument of war. That certainly wasn't my intention. Lord Devonsey is a good friend. He would not have left me, even if I didn't have my magic. But now that I'm free, I should be able to fashion a bridge of mud and roots. It's a bit larger than anything I've done before, but I'll manage.
Geomancy seems different from the magic of the Legion. How does it work?
Because geomancers use their magic to move the earth, many have likened the art to the undisciplined chaos of shamanism or witchcraft. In actuality, it's a form of magic that demands patience. Conveying this essence is difficult. After all, whole libraries are dedicated to the art. But you might say that molding the energies isn't unlike a gem cutter's work, carefully shaping the rough stone into a polished jewel.
I get where they were going with that analogy. Get it?
Yeah.
How did you learn about the dwarves and their magic? Did you have a teacher?
No, sadly. We've suffered many losses in our service to the Queen. And to my shame, that included the dwarves under her care. We simply don't know if there are any survivors. No clans have contacted us. And even the great mine of Glitter Delve, where Her Majesty lives, is empty. I learned all that I know by studying the tomes there, and I'll continue to preserve what I can. It's a small act of penance for so great a sacrifice.
Great. We can leave.
The sooner we can leave this swamp, the better. Can you raise the land bridge soon?
As soon as we return to the camp, I'm sure we'll be moving out soon.
Goodbye?
I must be off. My road takes me to Stonebridge.
Indeed. We are all in your debt. These are troubling times, but your actions remind me of kinder days. Days when the Legion and the Crown served one another. May we meet again.
I mean, we're also gonna be seeing him again
in a
when
couple
he makes
of
the
minutes.
fucking bridge.
Yeah. Oh, my mark or my totem will let you through the vines, lying bastard.
It's an item equipment thing, or?
No, I don't think so. I think it works like a key. It's just that goes back into the village, and they don't want us back in the village. Oh, hey! We can buy things from the villagers with our gold? That's a little weird, but okay.
They have a need for money, right?
So you're the one who led the attack.
I
Was
don't
it
even know
worth
where the
it?
fuck we are because I've been dealing with
I can
it
only
before.
hope that the lives you took were necessary. I came here because I
Lady,
didn't
I
want
said
to
we
serve
should try to
Azanai through war.
negotiate,
Now
but
that
we
you've done
didn't
your
really get the
fighting,
option.
You might help me tend to its victims. I've been collecting materials from the swamp that I can use as remedies and cures. Will you help me find more?
This isn't the place I'd expect to find an Azunite. How did you get here?
I was once an apprentice alchemist. A promising one, I might add. When my father fell gravely ill, I found that none of my cures would help him. I prayed and prayed, and Azanai saved my father. Since then, I've dedicated my life to his service. Unfortunately, most Azanites seem to think that spilling blood in Jane Cassinder's name is the only true means of worship. I teach the children and help the villagers with my remedies. It's a simple life, but better than fighting in Jane Cassinder's army.
So she's the outsider female that the one random villager mentioned.
Right.
What are you looking for? Gathering a few roots doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
If only it were that easy. I've no shortage of bog plants, but slug eggs, that's a different story. They have extraordinary healing properties. With all the bloodshed that's taken place here, the villagers have need of such aid.
I must
Bye-bye.
be off.
Bye.
I will look for the eggs when I'm in the bog.
Thank you, and be careful out there. The slugs can be rather vicious.
They're slugs, lady.
Right.
They are slugs.
Back to dealing with my inventory.
During the early years of the Empire of Stars, Azunite faithful began to appear in remote, outlying regions of the Agalan Mountains. I want to say Allagan. For centuries, they were an obscure sect of peaceful warriors offering shelter and aid to anyone who visited one of their sanctuaries. Later, as the faith grew stronger, a struggle erupted between the traditional beliefs of the Empire and the new growing faith of Azunai. This struggle eventually led to the War of Legions and the dissolution of the Empire. The Azunite faith was adopted by the strongest Imperial Legion, the 10th, and was carried west to the Kingdom of Eb. The Azunite Church became the dominant faith in Eb and in the inheritor states of the Empire, preaching a simple doctrine of diligent labor and service to one's neighbors and kin. Traditionally, the Church venerated men and women who protected those weaker than themselves, much as the historical Azunai protected humanity against the tyrannical giant Zaramoth. This doctrine was well suited to the Legion, and most legionnaires were strong supporters of the Church, until the rise of Jane Cassinder, who subverted control of the faith and turned it against them. This simple shelter is typical of most First People dwellings, providing reasonable cover from rain, but little else. Though their homes are often built in close proximity to communal areas, the private space of an Ur-Shamesh shelter is unquestioningly respected.
Please, Firebringer, leave our trees and roots alone. We ask little.
Look,
The
I'm not here
crawlers are
shooting your
angry
dudes.
from your noise and
I'm
fire.
just fucking walking around.
Your warriors are strong, but the Ur-Shamesh know this land. We will survive.
I mean, if you guys couldn't survive here at this question, how the guys...
You would already be dead, yeah.
Oh, hey, Lamb was safe. That's the thing I read about the Shrunken Heads earlier, about hating foreigners.
Oh my god, it's a slug.
Could have been one of the eggs we needed.
It's a fungus pod, it's not a slug egg.
Go to bed. Open an egg.
Fuck you, slug.
Lab, you want to walk extra slow?
Well, I didn't like that health bar. Oh.
Press Z, Lamb.
Thank Azunai. Now we have a chance. I don't know who you are, but you just walked into a frog's nest of trouble.
Did we? That named thing just kind of went down really fast.
Yeah, that wasn't
Good
that
thing
hard.
Roderick sent you. We wouldn't have survived. You have our thanks. We should be able to make it back to the camp on our own. We'll tell Roderick what happened, but I'm sure he'll want to thank you himself.
Okay, then.
Oh, there's a chest down there.
Nothing. We seem to have found a slug nest. Step lightly. They'll protect their eggs to the death.
If they didn't protect their eggs to the death, I'd question them as a species.
I mean, there are some where they just lay so many eggs that they don't need to.
Can't wait for my first defensive skill to get mastered. Bowling.
Oh.
What is that smell?
Pretty sure it gets
It is
applied
as
to
though
everybody.
Someone slaughtered a pox
Yeah, I
ridden
think
cow
that's
and left
how
it to
most
bake
of
in the
them work.
sun.
It's just natural health regen.
Yeah.
For percentage of health.
Yeah, mine is the same thing.
Ancient Borrower. Bad?
Nope. Mostly just annoying because we had to wait for it to surface.
The slug eggs look awfully suspicious like spider eggs that we saw at the cave.
And the entirety of the forest. Oh my god, I mastered Flintlock Fury. Yeah, because I am able to just trick that out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we need to go back here to give the slug eggs to what's-her-face. Did everything respawn?
But, you know, I was checking to see if there's anything else random that we needed to hit upon, but...
Right.
The other two quests are, back at the Royalist camp.
Yep.
Ran right by her.
That's about right.
You're back. Were you able to find any slug eggs?
I have them here. They aren't the most pleasant things to handle.
Let me lighten your burden then. Truly, stranger, thank you. I never thought an ally of the Royalist army would help me. Let me give you some of my supplies. They'll be of use to you on the road. May Azunai watch over you.
Hold it up.
Azunite Charm.
Yeah, the benefits of inner warmth are shared with the party when they build Howard.
Yep. Mine is called Charm of Eternal Life, and it's the same thing.
Regenerating 50% of her health over the next 30 seconds.
Yep, that sounds
good.
right. It regenerates 50% of health over 30 seconds. Same over here.
The second one, Ignite for me, adds 50% of her will to her attack deep.
Mine just says blesses Katarina with stronger attacks for 30 seconds.
I mean, that's essentially what mine. Fire.
Yeah, but yours at least tells you the stat. Mine is just have some damage. How much? Have some damage. Edgenite Charm isn't bad, but I'm not wild about it.
I did.
It has some armor and some cause fire.
I'm not necessarily again.
Well, yeah, it's just I'm not super interested in anything that it gives. The thing I have gives stagger, which I think is a thing I want.
I don't know, we've entered town.
Can't roll.
I can hardly believe it. All my men have returned, safe and sound. It may not seem like much, but believe me when I say that you've given us hope. Raised the morale of the men. Please, take these supplies. We'll say they fell off the wagon on the way to Glitterdelve. You've more than earned them.
Radiance of life stealing. Shocking radiance of resilience. Chaos lightning.
We go our separate ways from here. Pity to see you go.
No.
The Queen could use good people like yourselves.
A pity also that my freedom was purchased in blood. The first people were only safeguarding their land. From their point of view,
That's more than enough, Phineas. I'll not hear any ungrateful talk, not in front of our benefactors.
Let him speak his mind. I admire his candor, at least.
The boy never lacked for sincerity or nerve, just like his father in that.
You speak of Phineas's father as if you knew him well. Who was he?
And as
An
if he
old
was
friend,
dead.
a comrade in arms.
Damn it, he's
Many
dead.
years gone.
Now that we've rescued your people, where will you go?
I'll march what forces I have to Glitterdelve. Try to get there ahead of Jane Cassinda. With these cannons, we can mount a respectable defense. We'll hold Jane's army at every gatehouse, every choke point. Keep the Queen out of enemy hands. But it's no longer a question of victory. Not with the forces I have left, and no allies to support us.
Once I've crossed the bog, what's the fastest route to Stonebridge?
On the far side of the water, you'll find an old trading road. It should bring you straight to Stonebridge.
How long will it take to raise the land bridge?
not long. I begin straight away.
Also, I like how he said no. Go ahead, let him
then
talk.
Jane
And then he just
Cassinda
didn't
will
say
not have reached Glitterdelve. Not yet. We'll march to Queen Rosalind's side as quickly as we can. Perhaps we'll see each other again before this war is done.
We promised you a road out of the swamp. Follow me.
So what the hell was the goddamn key binding for the goddamn quest? Can't figure out what the key is. It's X, apparently.
Nice.
Did we come from up here?
No. Ah, yes.
Jane
The
Cassinda
shit
is clearly
bridge.
no fool. Her cannons are perfectly positioned to bombard the royalist
Careful.
lands.
This swamp is crawling with savages, and they're none too friendly.
Found the cannons. Perched on this hill, these Azanite cannons were well positioned to rip through the royalist lines, as evidenced by the bodies that littered the area. Many lives were lost. Okay, but why is there... Alright. Finding something else down there?
I might be a little lost. My dude, you raise the dirt. You can stop casting.
Wouldn't you have made this a bit more straight, though, guy?
I mean, no, because he literally just opened up that little tiny land bridge. The rest of this was already here.
I would have made it a little bit more straight. Hi, Monty.
Hey, Monty. How did that guy get into that bush? You know what? Never mind.
At last. I thought I would never smell fresh air again. I trust you will be paying for my bath when we reach Stonebridge, yes?
I thought I might find you here on this road. Did you think you could escape Lescanzi vengeance?
You want revenge? And why is that?
Well, you have killed quite a lot of these mercenaries, no?
What the hell is
I like how I'm
Slaughter us by the
saying
score,
I'm not
butcher
involved.
us like animals, and you dare to ask why? I am Svarbog, son of Zarya the Witch, who died at your hand. You will answer for her death, and for the deaths of all my kin.
Okay.
Every time I feel like we're getting like stronger and whatnot, it always seems to
happens.
like. Well, it's not even just that, but like then we end up fucking running across an enemy that just seems to wipe the hell out of us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how escalation goes, right? Because they always want you to feel like you need to get stronger, but so you do, and then you just fight things that make you need to get stronger. Escalation has never made sense in these games, but it always goes.
In the first game, when you become Farmer God, it's great.
The unsettled look of the camp and the fresh tracks from the wagon indicate recent Lescanzi movements into the area, probably in preparation for your arrival.
Oh, cool. Hey, you doing this again?
Maybe.
Pitiful corpse of a mule has been left at the roadside.
No, not the mule.
Other travelers have wandered off with the many suits of armor, sacks of gold, and impractically large battle axes that collectively crush the poor beast. Ah, that's a joke in the first game.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Stonebridge. I see you are a 10th Legionnaire. I am instructed to treat you with tepid disdain and mistrust. Your nation, faction, race, or institution has a negative history in our city. Local constables will keep you under careful observation.
At least he's
Please state
forthcoming.
the nature of your visit to our fair city.
There's no need for the hostility. We're here on Legion business.
The official census indicates that 0 citizens in Stonebridge are registered members of the 10th Legion. Perhaps you are in the wrong city? Regardless of your reasons, Stonebridge is open to the public. You are free to go, unless you require further assistance.
Tell me more about this city.
Just ask the Stonebridge Chamber of Commerce and Tourism. This city is a beacon of innovation, commerce, and technology. Marvel at the elaborate system of gears that power the city. Behold our markets of plentiful goods. Inhale non-fatal doses of smog. Stonebridge is home to men and goblins dedicated to freedom and self-reliance. It is also home to thousands of feral housecats.
What sort of assistance does the talking construct provide?
I'm a constable model automaton. I provide peacekeeping support, navigational assistance, and feline wrangling services.
We're looking for the Grand Chapter House.
The Grand Chapter House is located on the south side of the Central Plaza. It is officially vacant, but some treasure seekers have gone inside. They have not come back out.
Okay.
We'll be on our way.
Be advised, causing a disturbance may result in fines, detainment, bodily harm, or death. Enjoy your stay.
Why did the enjoy your stay sound like a question?
Because it could wind up in death.
Oh, we've entered the town.
Hooray. You know what a new town means.
Ah, here we are, Stonebridge.
Offhand,
This will
how
be a
many
welcome
fingers would you
change from
say a
that
person
fetid swamp.
really needs? Oh, no reason.
Okay.
Well, how many fingers does a person really need?
A person or this character specifically?
A person, since that's the common used.
Probably at least 3 per hand.
Would one of the 3 be a thumb?
Yes.
I can see 3. 2, I think, could work for the majority of basic things, but...
Yeah, but you always want the securing finger.
Yeah. Ah, lady, for a big city, your items are shit.
Because they did the thing where they have, instead of just multiple normal shops, they have one shop but spread across multiple stalls.
Items are shit.
Yeah.
New in town? By the looks of you, you aren't here to buy my simple wares. Perhaps you can help me. I need someone who isn't afraid of a little danger.
Like the wording on this one, probably isn't going to get answered the right way.
I don't know, both of them seem like they're asking.
Yeah.
We're no strangers to people trying to kill us. Perhaps we can assist you.
Right, fair.
I'm expecting a shipment of clothing, and the caravan is late. It's not exactly bars of gold, but silk is pricey enough to tempt thieves. Out east of the city, there's a camp of Lascanzi, deserters from Jane Cassender's army. They're looting every caravan that passes by. I'm not the only merchant waiting for that shipment. I need someone to scare off those thieves. Or kill them, if need be.
Don't worry. We'll make sure the road is clear.
Thank you. I will, of course, make this worth your while. The thieves are camped near the road, east of the city, not far from the swamp. Good luck to you. I'll await your return.
Okay.
A lady such as yourself deserves only the finest jewelry. Perhaps I can interest you in a talk? Set with diamonds? Or do you prefer rubies?
What is wrong with your
Whatever
face?
your price range or preference, Pratt's Jewelers can satisfy your needs.
Something is off with his face. I'm not sure what.
The right side of his mouth was cinched weirdly. Like the texture didn't quite match with the actual model.
It has a bunch of hair.
Yeah, none of them are what I wanted.
The thumbnail hairpin?
No.
Chaos Weakening and Withering?
It drops my agility and my armor. Like, a lot.
I mean, it does give you 29 attack.
It does, but...
I don't inherently know if that's better than the 10 agility? But it could be. But...
I mean, agility is my crits.
Yeah, but... straight up attack.
But crits? And I can just get the Ring of Rage to make up for that 29 attack. Am I wearing a ring?
You have a Ring of Rage on.
Yeah. So why is it telling me I'm not wearing a ring when I'm messing over one of these? That's weird.
Would you like to wear the Ring of Martial Power?
Probably.
So many unanswered questions of gravity. So few cats. Curse this city and its intolerance of animal cruelty.
And that one book questioned about the fucking goblin guy not existing. Talk to that goblin. Or her.
I mean, maybe you just need to be at a really, really, really specific angle for some stupid reason. They like to do that.
I mean, with how many NPCs there are here, I'm not surprised they decide not to have be able to talk to every single.
We don't want any trouble with the Legion. This city's been prosperous these 30 years. We want to keep it that way.
Alright, quest is to the south, so what's...
Please do not litter or excrete in alleyways.
Look, you can't stop me if you wanted to.
So secondly, Constable...
Please comply with all local laws and customs.
Has that really been an issue to where it needs to be stated? Maxwell's weapons. I actually kind of liking some of these weapons.
Yeah, I'm kind of back and forth on them. Jesus Christ, this weapon is worth 5 digits of gold. Oh, not getting that.
Talking about the Wanderer's Bodyguard?
Yep. The only one I might be kind of interested in, but it drops my agility a bunch again.
Yeah, by 25.
It does go
but,
up a lot in damage, though.
And it has armor and warding on it.
Yeah.
If I hit my head hard enough, can I make my eyes roll around so I can see into my brain?
Have fun with that, Goblin.
It's a valid question. Not a good question, but it is a valid
Step right
question.
up, friend. I've got all manner of weapons.
Stonebridge Sundries. Carapace of Vengeance. I won't lie, this city actually extended more north than I was expecting.
It's a big city, so...
Can't leave yet, so, to the quest.
I mean, didn't someone want us to come back the way we came anyway to go find that shit? And they say they wanted us to leave east.
According to the tracker, it is this way.
Free the Krug!
That quest.
Yeah. These people are protesting for the Krug.
Please do not litter or excrete in
These
allies.
people are protesting for who?
The Krug.
They're protesting for the Krug.
I don't know.
Free the Krug!
Free the Krug! Free the Krug! Free the Krug!
Isn't it just dreadful? They've locked up an innocent creature. This is an outrage.
You're upset. Period.
Krugs aren't exactly peaceful creatures. Why should it be released?
If the Krug didn't do anything criminal, it has the same rights as a human or goblin. Humph. You can always judge a society by how it treats its downtrodden.
Have you thought the Krug might be safer behind bars?
My children would be safer if I locked them in the basement, but I wouldn't dream of doing that.
Well, Casella, fair fucking point. Fair fucking point.
I should be going. Thanks for your time.
Carry on. Spread the word. Free the Krug.
Free the Krug!
Free the Krug! Free the Krug!
Free the Krug!
Free the Krug!
I apologize, but the wise and beneficent Meisters of Stonebridge are not to be interrupted. Council is in session, and it is a closed session.
Free the Krug! Free the Krug! Free the Krug!
Respectable persons such as yourself are asked to return at a later time. Thank you.
Alrighty.
Read the Krug?
Read the crowd.
Please spend your currency at local markets.
That's the most automaton sounding voice line. Fits considering it came from automaton.
Currency at local markets.
Spend your currency at local markets. I'm the host and I just saw the goblin. What kind of advanced magic do they have?
I mean, it's kind of like Yakuza, where you just walk into someone and they vanish.
I am slightly disappointed we don't get to visit everything down there.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a good way to show off that this is big city, though.
Yeah. Or at least, like, have people walking down there.
Yeah, forward those system resources, Lamb. Crazy.
Like a wagon or two, maybe. Oh my god, a donkey.
Did 510 points of damage. Oh, that was a shipment, apparently.
Yep.
Maybe map has loaded in the terrain for me. I thought the minimap is really all that helpful.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I can see that person's shadow through the bridge.
Clearly, he's a reverse vampire.
That's a reflection.
Reverse vampire.
He's a blood bag?
My supplies arrived. Thank you, my friends. Here's half of what I stood to lose had you not helped me.
Thanks.
I didn't even know myself. What did she even give us?
Apparently we're a savior of Eb.
Time to reopen the chapter. Made it to the grand chapter.
Ah, man, this was a nice table.
That door's locked.
That one's not.
Jane Cassinder must have roused the people of Stonebridge to a great fury. This place was torn apart.
Skeleton corpse appears to be a legionnaire. All they killed when Jane Cinder and her mob stormed the chapter house again. I ain't here ever seen.
Destroying these sentinels again and again grows tiresome. There must be a better way, yes?
No, it doesn't. It's super useful for mastery. Roll.
Clearly, the answer is we need to murder them first.
I tried to go in there and look at that.
Of the 10th Legion. Vigilante defense, reconciliation with the foes, leadership of the crown, fair judgment. Just as these four pillars uphold our allegiance, so do the four books guard this chapter house. Books are not in place, the intersection will be closed, and the guardians will slay those who trespass on the sacred.
Apparently they're dead now.
Alrighty. Get cautious. I didn't swing a single time in this entire room.
I'm currently stuck.
Found the Book of Allegiance now.
The Book of Fair Judgment.
I expected more just random loot.
A little bit, considering how many people supposedly came in here and just kind of died.
I found some lootable bodies down here. I love them, right?
In the year 1154, King Conrad signed a treaty with the goblins, granting them rights as citizens of Ebb. Most cities and towns immediately passed laws to prevent any goblin from settling in their midst. But in Stonebridge, Mayor Rupert Ketzler sensed an opportunity. Ketzler knew that the goblins were rich, so he invited them to settle in his city. Goblins poured into Stonebridge, spending their gold and buying up properties. Some of the people were angry, at first, until they realized that the goblins' wealth could make them rich too. What followed was a golden age, as the humans adopted goblin technology and the Collegium was established to educate humans and goblins alike. Probably the most famous figure of the age was the legendary goblin Brimfollow, who single-handedly doubled the number of patients on file at the contracts office. By the time Mayor Ketzler died, having bought himself a noble title, not to mention the biggest manor in town, and was succeeded in office by his son, Stonebridge had become the richest city in Ep. Many humans were now wealthy merchants, exporting the products of goblin inventions to Glassern, Brisselberg, and beyond.
Yes, capital. You mean I can't loot the, weapons that are on this thing?
Well, clearly, because they're not on a weapon rack. According to the oldest stories, Archons were spirits of buyers shaped by the creator gods. They served the old gods as messengers and heralds, communicating with mortals on the gods' behalf. The tales describe them as female, usually bearing a staff or spear with eyes of brilliant flame. At the dawn of the first age, the creator gods tumbled from the heavens, but the Archons seem to have outlived their masters, if the old accounts can be believed. They were said to wander the divine and mortal realms seeking their lost gods. Ancient stories describe meetings between Archons and humans, in which an Archon helps a human right a wrong or passes judgment upon a human for a particularly wicked act. In a few rare stories, an Archon falls in love with a human male, but those stories almost never end well. The Stellar Emperors revered the Archons, viewing them as god ancestors of imperial line. Empress Iansha, who united the Ilian tribes and founded the Empire of Stars, was believed to be the offspring of an Archon and a tribal chief. All the later emperors claimed descent from her, and thus from an Archon as well.
Some of that was mentioned in the intro bit, Archon. Probably. That was very much a lot more deep.
Oh, a secret causeway entrance. I wonder what sort of illicit uses this might be put to.
Apparently I'm trying to immediately figure out how to do illegal shit.
Katarina, take the causeway back to Rukenval. Tell Odo and Martin that we've reclaimed the chapter house and bring them back here.
Martin and Odo will be surprised to see me, no? I'll return as soon as I can, with our friends in tow.
Okay.
This place, it hasn't changed so much.
We heard rumors of a battle in the swamp. Royalists against Jane Cassinda. What news? You weren't caught up in any trouble, I hope.
We gained a companion. We did? Was I supposed to be in the swamp?
Jolly was supposed to be, actually. Maybe you were supposed to be in the swamp?
I gained a companion in my swamp.
But I mean, yeah, this game does have the whole companion thing with companion shit, so. If it wasn't you, it was definitely me then. But one of us should have been in the swamp, it sounds like. That's Royalists? Sure.
This is Katerina, Hugh Montbaron's daughter.
The half-blood girl. We know her.
I had a dream of a golden-haired child. I know better than to ignore such a sign.
The Radiant Youth? Again? He's never taken such an active hand before. He's guiding us, giving hints of whom we can trust.
The rumors of a battle were true. Most of the royal army are dead, but we met their general, a man called Devonsey.
Devonsey? You're sure that was his name?
No.
30 years ago, Finn Devonsey was one of us. Master of the Legion chapter house in Glacier. And he called himself by a different name. A Legion name.
He called himself by another name? What was it?
Bohemond. An old and respectable name. He wasn't born to the Legion, so he took the name after he joined. My father knew him. Spoke well of him.
When the Legion was accused of murdering the king, Devonsey renounced his vows and quit the Legion. Insisted that the charges were true. Stubborn man, strong conscience. Best tactical mind in the Legion, too.
You find Katerina in the swamp.
Okay.
Devonsey has
You find
Legion
it
blood.
Jolly in the
He might be
that
willing to
first
join
cave
us.
with the Lascante.
He might speak on our behalf at least. Convince the Queen that we can be trusted. If we seal an alliance with the royal court, we prove that Ebb has a future. People would rally behind us. Last I heard, the Queen had retreated to the Glitterdelve mine.
That's where Jane will be going, too. If she gets her hands on the Queen, our war is lost.
Apparently Lucas can spawn in like 3 different areas?
Probably depending on what character you start with.
Yeah. You find him in Stormsong Cavern if you're playing on Jolly. If you're playing Katerina, you find him in the bioluminescent caves. If you start as Reinhardt, you find him in the Crypt of the Sacred Blood.
I don't even know how that place is. Offhand.
It's under us right now.
Huh. The Queen?
Devonsey mentioned the Queen more than once. What's her name?
Rosalind. She'd be, what, 17 years old by now? Last of the royal line. Jane Cassander would like nothing better than to capture the girl. With Rosalind caught or dead, resistance dries up and Stonebridge stands alone.
How do we know that the Royalists will talk to us?
We don't. They probably still believe that the Legion murdered the old king.
Odo's right. They may be wary of us, but we have truth on our side.
What's the fastest road to Glitterdelve?
Glitterdelve Mine is a long march from here, many days on foot. Take the causeway instead. The Legion had an outpost not far from the mines. Must have been a causeway there, too, and I doubt the gate was ever sealed.
Convenient.
Almost like it was done for plot.
We'll try to find the royal court then. Is there anyone else who might join us?
The Meisters, the merchant lords of Stonebridge. They'd be powerful friends.
Friends? These people believe Jane's lies. They murdered our brothers and sisters. No reason to think they'll embrace us now.
No reason to think they won't, if we show ourselves worthy of trust. At least the Meisters could tell us if any Legionnaires survived.
So the Meisters govern Stonebridge? Are they nobility?
Nobility? Far from it. They're the richest men in the city. Merchants, bankers, bureaucrats. Stonebridge calls itself a republic now. Ever since the old king died, and the people drove out the last Lord Mayor.
Queen's more point, Meister's a stronger god.
I would go with Queen. I don't know if directions are directions around this city or if you're saying let the computer make the choice.
But let's find it.
Any idea where I can find the Meisters?
Okay. Probably at the old mayoral office, on the main square. I'm told it was converted into a great public hall where the Meisters hold court.
Oh, Queen or Meisters? Queen?
I would go with the Queen.
Long live the Queen!
Jane is probably besieging
I mean,
the
we already know
mines
that
by
the
now.
Loyalists are willing
The
to work
Meisters
with
can
us.
wait.
Yeah, true.
Up to you. Martin and I will trust in your decision,
Pineapple?
and we'll be here if you need us.
I mean, we'll probably do one right after the other. I see that chest over there. And an armor stand.
And a bust?
Tesseract of Valor.
Ah. Okay, so that's what it... Eb was colonized by settlers from the Empire of Stars. Most of its human citizens are descended from the two ethnic groups that form the core of the old empire. Red? I think he's got red ones. The Ilian and the Versk. The sovereigns of the Empire were of Ilian descent, as were most of the original founders of the 10th Legion. The oldest and most distinguished Legion families are almost exclusively Ilian. Traditional culture values, both intellectual and martial pursuits, while eschewing most manual labor, except for farming. Old Ilion families have names like Montmorency or Guisard. Some reference place names like Ornay or Dublanc. Versk, on the other hand, are renowned as craftsmen and artisans. Occupations and their secrets tend to be passed from one generation of a family to the next. For that particular lineages are known as supremely talented shipbuilders, sculptors, goldsmiths, and the like. Old Versk families continue to reside in Stonebridge and in the southern part of Thistleburg. They have names like Grimmelhaus, Miterzun, and Ketzler. Their ancient language can still be heard in archaic words like Deckenbear, his king, or Wukenvad, Vale of Ravens.
The so-called Burgs of the Coast are a collection of towns that lie south and east of Castle Eb. Originally settled by the Versk mariners who sailed down Eb's eastern coast in imperial days, the Burgs are more cosmopolitan than the Rukenval or the farmlands of the west. For centuries, they carried on a brisk monsoon trade with the Dryads in Graylin Isle and the Goblins of Gonseer. Largest and oldest of the Burgs is Bisselburg, formerly the holy seat of the Agenite Church before Jane Cassinder built her spire. Youngest of the towns is Drakenburg, which sprang up at the edge of the Dragon's Wrath, I guess, after the death of Old Scorch. Drakenburg has achieved great wealth by exploiting the previously untouched mineral wealth of the Wrath, and it has a considerable population of goblins. The Burgs provide most of Jane Cassinder's manpower, including priests and lay soldiers. These towns are heavily under Agenite sway, and their populations are generally zealous in their faith.
The caverns of Glitterdale were first described in journals of the famous imperial cartographers Fedwer and Claus. After the founding of Eb, dwarves migrated to this region and they extended the natural caverns into a vast network of mining tunnels. Discovering iron, coal, precious metals, and gems. The wealth of Glitterdale financed the growth of the early kingdom and transformed the city of Stonebridge, which lay downriver from the mines, into a major trading hub. Also, Cameron, what the fuck are you doing to me now?
I think it might be trying to point at me. So I've noticed that a couple times too.
In the middle of the 10th century, the miners dug deep enough to unleash explosive vapors. which rapidly accumulated in the tunnels, causing the Great Blast of 943. Hundreds of miners were killed, and most of the existing tunnels and caverns collapsed. Camera, what are you doing again? What happened?
I'm moving across the main room, so I'm trying to see if there's other shit to read.
There's another bookcase next to me. The Legend of Gold Sniffer Mags, the pack mule who saved the lives of several trapped miners, dates from this event. Following the Great Blast, the Dwarves were forced to dig all their tunnels anew, and in so doing, they reinvented the art of mining.
Wait, what?
I feel like we missed something here.
A little bit. Reinvented mining. Oh.
Oh, 10th century, the miners dug deep enough to release explosive vapors. Okay. It blew up. Okay. Following that, they had to redig. Okay. And then that somehow reinvented the art of mining. What?
Blast mining, I guess. I don't know.
Dwarven geomancers built a vast magical system, the Stone Stream, to regulate the flow of water and air through the mines, preventing the buildup of explosive gas. Oh, okay, maybe that's what they're referring to about reinventing.
Oh, they had to reset techniques, gotcha.
This system is still in place today.
Long ago, the Legion established the Crypts of the Sacred Blood as the most honored burial site in Ep. Kings and queens were laid to rest alongside Legion heroes and martyrs of the Agenite faith. Perhaps, inevitably, wealthy commoners wanted to be buried in this hallowed ground as well. They paid for the privilege to establish their own family tombs, connected to the growing underground complex. After the Sec resurgence, this practice became more and more commonplace until the crypts had become a vast underground labyrinth, stretching throughout the southern farmlands, and no one knew all its twistings and turnings. In time, the crypts were extended beneath the town of Stonebridge, stopping only when they finally met the Great Foundry. Wealthy citizens of Stonebridge still entomb their dead in the crypts, expanding the tunnels in new directions when they run out of space. Officially, the crypts are maintained by no one, so all manner of vermin and undesirables can be found within. That's a great way to treat your venerable tombs, but whatever. Many tunnels have collapsed, and some sections are now cut off from the rest.
Undesirables, Lamb. They're undesirable. Purge them with holy fire.
Burn in holy fire!
Do you want to call it
here?
The transition's so damn low.
It is.
Minecraft's Nether Portal all over again.
At least it doesn't come with the effect.
Don't talk to him, he starts the DLC.
Gotcha.
The blue exclamation mark confused the hell out of me. That's why I went up to him and saw his name was Oswald. I'm like, not the name of the guy.
Is that the dude?
Yeah, it's the introduction to Treasures of the Sun.
The sun.
Anyway, have a seat.
Alright. Well, I take it that this is gonna be our actual, like, main city hub.
Kinda feels that way. Especially considering the DLC starts here.
Yeah.